So I've got a friend who is very talkative and like to go on tangents. So sort of
goes off at a tangent.
Goes off at a tangent with a bit of Bible knowledge from her background.
Yes.
So to bring someone back into the flow of the studies, do you have any tips?
Yes, it's actually that the gospel works, and I'm sounding like a scratch record, but it is the case. You see, I look back before, and I had conversations with people who'd had religious upbringing or whatever it might be, and they'd shoot off every single time at a tangent, exactly what you're saying. But actually, when you start on the gospel, the great thing is there's another part of the gospel that comes next. So you are actually putting them on the train rails of carrying them forward. Now, I think going with that question is, can I develop your question? Have you started it and found somebody that wanted to stop? Now, that's an interesting one. So they're into the gospel. It's happened once in 9 years. I had a friend called Malcolm. He got to the same point, end of chapter 6, where some of the disciples had turned away from Jesus because he was not going to be the political Messiah that they wanted. And Malcolm got to the end of 6, and it was quite plain to him that Jesus was not going to be the saviour that actually he wanted him to be. So he stopped. The only other place I've had people stop is after that story of Lazarus. Because by the time you've got through, just as it happened to the Jews, if you remember the story, Lazarus is raised from the dead. It's quite plain he was a prominent Jew. Many of the leading Pharisees would have gone to his funeral. What do we now do? They said in the council. What do we do? Everybody's going to believe in him. We all went to the funeral. He's now up and living. What are we going to do? They'll all believe. And at that point, some people have walked away for a while because they've gone down the same track again. There's no undoing this knowledge. I can see this, and they can see where this is beginning to go. So I've had a few people who've stopped, but in every case so far, they've come back and finished. Now, O ye of little faith, I thought, they've gone. I had a friend called Julian. Julian, a very busy bloke, kept cancelling, and finally I got what I thought, well, here we go. I've been asked in for coffee. I know what this is going to be. Richard, this isn't for me. I found it quite interesting, but it's not for me. O ye of little faith, Mr. Borgonon. Okay, he'd been travelling like a nutter for 3 months. He said to me, Richard, he said, all the time I've been away, I'm so sorry I haven't been seeing you. When I study the gospel with you, I get so much out of it. I've decided I've got to make it a priority. I'm going to ask my PA, can she book you for 8 lunches going forwards so that I can get this done? I thought he'd walk away. Okay, no, it's God that's at work. Now, if they walk away, or if they keep going off on a tangent and they are willing themselves not to look, don't worry, it may be not your time to share it with them, or you may not be the person to do it. But go find where there is one. Because if this is the case, and it's not just for me, it is happening all over the world that people are finding this, then who else in your circle of friends is God already niggling? Just go ask. Just offer. And see where God is already at work. The truth is we've got a great Saviour. He is active. And as I said about Christian giving, he has a job for you to do which is wonderful for your faith. Just keep asking.
Thank you, Richard. And on that note, let's thank him for his presentation.